It says we're just going to start a Drabble show in a second. Just to say, there's a couple of people we're expecting to arrive, we're waiting for, and then we will definitely kick it off. But 2 more. Oh, that's nice. Hello. Hello. Also, it's weird not having any of my the sort of intros and stuff. I need to work on one for it. So we have. You've got one, okay. Well, what we'll explain is that obviously we stopped doing Drabble shows just about December last year for a break, and we instead went on and we made some other games. But then we were asked to do another Drabble show for this. I think it was mainly to sort of promote Alan's writing workshop, so that he had an excuse to run it. So we in the last. Oh.
Looking at things around me, it's clear to see where they should be. There's special places and proper spaces for metal and plastic and even elastic. When I watch what people do, they throw away too much, that's true. Oh, wood and wire,
okay.
And even a tire. What a load of rubbish, flying so high, touching the sky. Open your mind, I'm glad to know it wasn't just me.
That sounds like that one. This might just be the ticket. So yeah, in the last 3 weeks we have recoded a website to allow us to bring Drabbles back in a slightly new way. Obviously for this event it's quite straightforward. You submit your Drabbles, I'll pick the one I feel is the best out of our 14 Drabbles this year. 14 and a special one that I have not been allowed to look at yet. So we will... I think we might need gloves and eye bleach and mind bleach. So we will get through them. I say we've got a special part to do halfway through, which is of course might explain why there are so many red shirts in the room. There's one missing, but I think he's on his way. So our theme for this year was magnetism, which actually is quite when you sort of pick a theme, you can pick anything you want, or I pick anything I want. And I thought magnetism was good, and then I thought, what the hell am I going to write for a Drabble for this? And I was like, actually, that's not my problem. So this has all come together really kind of in the last couple of weeks, and it works brilliantly, and I should be able to control it all from here, which is going to be interesting. So let's have a look. We're going to bring up our first. Oh, did I close that? I didn't. There we go. It's that one. It will do, and we shall. A Dribble is a short story of. There we go. Excellent. Now, hopefully, up on the screen behind me will be a Drabble by one of our online frequent Drabblers, Frank. And he was one of the first to get his Drabble in, so we thought we'd give him an order. Now, he's not here at the event, so he doesn't quite qualify for... Hello, Mr. Hankey, have a seat. Thank you. I like your T-shirt.
Oh, yours as well. What does that say? King? You're nice.
So that's Mr. Hankey just arriving. In fact, also what we'll do is we will stop this for a second.
Picture of me as well.
Is that a picture of me as well?
Right, so we're just going to stop for a second. We are going to go hopefully over to the right camera. I might be interfering with you, Dylan. Sorry about that. We're just going to jump mics. So in all communities, in lots of different communities, you have those kind of special people And you can tell by his jacket that Mr. Hankey is one of those special people that we love. There he is. Hankey, come up and join me. We've got something to do just now. It's a bit of a surprise for you, I know. Don't panic about it. Your fan club is in. Just for the benefit of this stream here, I will show you the front row. Oh no, someone's beat me to it. Dylan's too good at this. So we have these people in our community, and every once in a while it's nice to spoil them with a wee surprise. And we have been helped by Claire Helen, who has given us a special something to award you today. It's not for services to Drabbles, that's for frickin' sure. So, Mr. Hankey, we have come out in your honour, all of us, as you can see. My shirt here, of course, says, be nice to Mr. Hankey. Now wash your hands. You're never going to live that one down.
You're going to have a little clip of that.
Okay, yeah, well, we'll sort of... Sorry. Hello.
I'll have to have a clip of that when we finish here, so...
You want to clip my what? Well, anyway, every one of us, we wanted to do something special for you, even Moof. Yeah, so if we...
Wash your hands. Are you safe to pick up presents?
So we're just gonna show you Moof's wonderful T-shirt over there. If he wants to turn to the camera. All right, yeah. Go to the number 9 or 10. So yes, you can see that Mr. Moof, staying in tradition, be horrible to Mr. Hankey, snap his snakes in half. You're wondering what's under the hat.
I think it's just an afternoon.
So, on behalf of Claire, who allowed us to delay this for this moment so that we could coordinate this, we want to present you with your wonderful little Lego Royal Hankey. There you go, mate. Thank you very much. Not at all. Congratulations. You can now go and bugger off.
Waypoint scoop. Waypoint scoop.
Now that that's out the way, we can get on with our troubles. Right. It's never going to happen. This is the iPad that I've consistently locked myself out of all weekend because I set it up, and unlike the other screens I'd set up for ECM, I put a password on them that I could not remember. So, our very first Drabble for today is from Frank. So, our wonderful sound assistant in the corner will give me some under suitable backing to bring the emotions out of these Drabbles where there is any. And we'll hopefully pepper in some suitable sound effects as we go along. So, the first one by Frank, who couldn't be here today, is titled, But There's Nobody Home. But... Dave rubbed the front of his helmet. Yeah, that really does change. Hey. Yeah, let's just try. There you go. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Dave rubbed the front of his helmet. No, it's not. It's ruined it. Dave rubbed the front of his helmet. He could hardly see Harry in the dank methane mists. Who would have thought the insides of a crashed Thargoid Cyclops would be so creepy? What's that box? Harry touched something. Now go back to the first music. There was a loud flash, then darkness. Electromagnetic pulse? God, our spacesuits! Are the valves electric? They clambered in a panic back towards the chink of light where they entered. They ran on top of the half-buried saucer back towards the safety of their ship. Dave sank to his knees when he saw his ship. Look at my asp. There's no landing lights. Now, I'm not sure what Frank was taking, but he obviously ran out of words. Now, our next Drabble is titled The Ring Miner's Daughter by Boss of Paradise. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, yeah.
Define ring miner.
No? We're not going to go into a dictionary corner or anything at all. There was condensation on the canopy. It had been a long flight. She couldn't even remember where she had started from. So many jumps. So much witch space-time. So long in the chair. Her hair was lank and sticking to her neck, and she smelt right. But what was in the hold made it all worthwhile. This market would pay her a great price. And what would she do with the money? She smiled broadly. The Inara bar was calling. She was going to live it up. She would have a magnetism that had been lacking before. Money did that. Ooh.
That was awesome!
I've just got to be careful that I don't press any of the sound bites that we shouldn't use. I don't know. I just copied and pasted it over, and it has become corrupted over the years, so it's full of all kinds of things that we just cannot play. Certainly not this time on a Sunday. Excuse me. Our next Drabble is actually by Simoof. It's titled Stuck on You.
I'm sorry, mate.
From her perspective, things sure did look different. These ships sure were bigger than they looked when you got real close to them, and extremely metally. No amount of scooching was going to get her anywhere near the cockpit before the ship undocked. Her only hope of salvation captured the attention of a docker. Help! Here she sat, atop a python, dragging her butt and barking like a dog with worms. That's a beautiful image. An oblivious worker passed underneath and picked up the litter. Extremely magic underpants. What kind of magic? Intrigued, he unfolded the paper. Ah, magnetic. It all made less sense now. That was excellent. Big words and imagery, the likes of all of us are going to require therapy for.
I also used the word scooching.
Scooching is, it's definitely underused. Is that spelled right? Well, no, we don't go into that much depth. Our next Drabble is Super Cruise Assist by the very own Commander Lennon. Lennon, you are here. Would you like to read your own Drabble? No. Okay, we'll just move along with it then. So, Super Cruise Assist by Commander Lennon, aged 2.5. So you're saying I don't have to do anything now? Asked the pilot. Yep, just engage this puppy and you'll be all set, said the flight tech. Well, what will I do now? The auto-docker docks for me. The Super Cruise Assist gets me there. Where's the spice? The enjoyment? The variety? How will I derive enjoyment going from A to B, delivering gin and picking up grain? And how the hell does this work anyway? It takes up about as much space as 8 tons of good quality mega gin, the pilot said in an exasperated manner. I don't know, magnets? Who cares? It doesn't matter. So what I can tell you is, I should have mentioned at the beginning, is when we have the ability to sort of review the Drabbles before we put them into the main show, and on our screen we can't see who authored it, and we can't see any clues at all. So I actually thought that was by you, Draxer, because of the ending, because you always end up with anytime there's a question asked, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. No one cares. This next one's giving me a little bit of anxiety before I click next. It's titled Harness Fail by Lord Buckethead. Although it is marked as PG-13, so we should be okay. Harness Fail. The station's doctor's eyes widened over the X-ray film. The bearded technician sat uncomfortably on the examination table. He couldn't bear the silence. So, the wrench slipped out of me hand, and it fell into the cargo bay. It must have been pretty greasy from some grease. At that exact moment, my harness broke. The medic now looked at the technician skeptically. I guess my trousers must have got caught in the rigging and got ripped off. I fell over 20 feet and landed on it. The doctors continued to stare in disbelief. So, how will you get it out, Doc? Now, I can see that this next Drabble has a little mark on it, which indicates to me that it has been flagged as rubbish. And if you look, I think, I'm not sure if it does indicate it up there. Do you see the little icon?
It says next by whatever next one says.
No, it's okay. You don't get to see that. It's only obviously for internal use then. I'll just flick the camera 4 first and I'll show them. If it'll work, we'll see.
The top right.
Yes. Just little clues to help us figure out what we're doing. So this one is called Lael's Big Break, and it's written by Intarius Fusion. Where is it? Where's it? Hello. Hello. John, would you like to read your own?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. I just realised that Dylan will not know. Well done, you got it. Lael had often wondered why people would follow her blindly. Was it the flaming pink eyebrows? Was it the cute dog that had been swapped for a younger one 3 times now and no one's noticed? No, people followed her because they wanted to believe in something. They wanted to be part of something bigger than themselves, and she was happy to reap the benefits. Lael was now a quintillionaire. She had 49 stations under her control and over 1,300 loyal pilots, eagerly doing her bidding. Lael sighed. She couldn't figure it out. It must just be her powerful feminine magnetism. Ooh. Very good, very good. We'll give that one a cheer. For some reason, this next one's also been marked with a warning message. Like a magnetic fart, this will cling by Shouty. Okay. Why are we here? Commander Simuth rustled between guffs. We're here to collect a priceless religious artifact. The Fridge of Souls, Cow responded. Oh, no. It better not be one of those crazy religions. They believe people can attract from anywhere and disputes that are poles apart can be brought together. They have no deity, but believe that things done together are better for everyone. It doesn't sound as crazy as Midden's mum. They call it magnetism. Here, take a look. Hang on a minute. It says they believe when you die, your soul sticks to the nearest fridge. There we go. Now, Mr. Hankey, this is going to be a rare chance. The next Drabble up is Yo-Yo World by King Hankey. Would you like to perform your own? You don't have to. Oh, you're emotional. I thought I could smell something. Oh, no, it's a pleasure. As I say, sometimes you can do something nice for people, and then sometimes we do it. Right, so Yo-Yo World, written by King Hankey. Felix was moving towards an unknown planet, and I'm not quite sure, is that Fooch? It is Fooch. Suddenly, a time vortex appeared in front of him. Felix didn't like what he saw and jumped into the next system. He looked what system he jumped to, and it said, Fooch. Yeah, I got your number. After checking his computer out, he saw this unknown planet. Suddenly, a time vortex appeared in front of him. Felix didn't like what he saw, and he jumped into the next system. He looked what system he jumped in, and it said, Fooch. He put his head in his hands and could only think, the time vortex. It was magnetic attraction. Ooh. And just because you deserve it, I'm going to give you the clap. Oh, right, okay, so we have got, this one's been marked as 18. It's titled Earthy Allure by Kevin Elliott, who is also here. Would you like to perform your own? No? Okay. So, something with grandeur. That sounds very simple. Are they all just the same one? He's just putting the same one. Yeah, probably. Earthy Allure. Earthly Allure. Our company saw appalling problems with cereals and crumbs and peas floating about wherever the gravity went off. Dusting our products with edible magnetic dust helped stick the food to the plates. But we still had problems. It turns out stomach acids didn't remove the dust, so people's lunches stayed magnetic even after they'd finished eating. The Space Lab Corporation, I wish there was one, threatened us with several lawsuits, but we dodged the issue by repositioning. Government classified the, shall we say, residue of our product as bio-waste, but market research showed us a vast gap in the market. No one was selling magnetic fertilizer. Thank you very much for that, Kevin. It's funny how all the Drabbles that have been marked with a little poop icon are by people that are in the front row over there. So the next Drabble is called Con by Draxer. This is actually quite good. I quite like this one. Okay.
As opposed to all the ones you've been lying about, you don't
Yeah,
actually
yeah. No, this one did give me a giggle. This is my fourth attempt at a Drabble, and I had a really sick idea last night as I lay in bed at 3:30, slightly gin drunk. Now, see, that's a lie. She was moderately gin hammered. I was thinking about how people are drawn to events such as this, how the tables outside attract and sometimes repel each other, and how everyone is so positive despite the weather being the polar opposite. I instead lay there repeating it in my head over and over instead of getting up. Did it work? Did it beep? This is not the best Drabble in the world, and it's a piss poor tribute. Very good, Draxer. Right, next up we have Polarized. Polarized by Norin is that 24/7? It is 24/7. Polarized. Systems. Cargo scoop deployed. Yet the blasted thing wouldn't work. Time to play engineer, wrench in hand, attempting to solve the problem. After swapping out multiple components without success, he finally found the culprit. The bloody electromagnet's power had become dislodged. Separating the problematic section of the scoop, he set to work, bracing the section against his boot. Success, power on. This being the story he told the fuel rat sent to his aid, after the section weighing over a ton found a magnetic match with his boot, sending him spiraling into the consequently ruptured, leaking fuel line. So, help? Oh, they're going to give that one this. And again, another wonderful new Drabble this time. Thank you. I should have done a fanfare for you, Norin. Sorry about that. Right, do we have, is that Gwyn-a-Piggle? Gwyn-a-Piggle. Guinea Piggle. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. It's amazing I can read the word Drabble. I just say it's because I'm Scottish. It's just a Scottish pronunciation of Guinea Piggle. Of course it's Guinea Piggle, you idiot. Look at it. It says it in front of you. It says Guinea Piggle. It's clear as fuck. Right. Would you like to read your own Drabble? No. Okay. And would you have any particular challenging choice of background that you would like to this? No. Okay. We'll leave it as a Moof's choice. Electro. We've done that one. We're saving that one for yours. Right, here we go. Our next Drabble by Commander Guinea Piggle, I got it right that time, is titled Stepping Out. She gazed in wonder into the inky blackness, her tiny ship immobile in the vastness of space. Stars, huge balls of burning gas so far away, they were mere specks. Click. She lifted her foot to take another step across the hull, her breath momentarily steaming up the visor, obscuring her view, adding to her growing claustrophobia. Clunk. The magnets in her right boot securing her once again. Why did this damn panel have to be on the far side of the ship? Click. Both mag boots detached simultaneously. The sleek body of the ship floating gently away beneath her. Crap. Or crap, rather than big beep. We're going to give it, you know what, yeah. There we go, that's how much we like that one. That's it. Okay. Our next Drabble is titled Pole Position, and it is by Javert. Is Javert here? Nope, they could be watching the stream, so hello. Your Drabble is up now. This one is titled Pole Position. Unimaginable forces ebb and flow across the galaxy, drawing asteroids, planets, even stars from their lonely paths. Sometimes they meet in catastrophic beauty. One moment, one brave commander, cruelly ripped from hyperspace, but neither alien abductor nor pirate lurks. Savage fate replaces hum of FSD with sterile thrum and lightning crack of MRI, demanding a new and greater courage. A desperate cry goes out. In his hour of need, the infinite kindness of strangers draws him in. As his pain dissolves in a cradle of love, his ship leads the way to permit-locked regions where we cannot yet follow. Ooh. Do I have anything that I could do? No, that's not going to do. Oh, that. That's not really relevant.
That one you can't use the second one.
This one?
Sorry,
Nope. I will leave that one. I think we'll stick to that page. That doesn't seem to be too bad. There we go. Right. We have one more Drabble in this list. If you have submitted them, we should have caught them all. I think that was them all, wasn't it? 14? Or actually, no, it might not be, because it might not have done them in order. Does it do them? Okay, it says 13 or 14. So our next Drabble is The Stars by Commander Jesse Cat. And I believe that Commander Jesse Cat really toiled over this one in the LAN room yesterday. So let's, and it was typed in by Simuf. So if there's any spelling mistakes, it's his fault. If there's any reading mistakes, that's also his fault. The Stars, written by Commander Jesse Cat. You've got one, have you? Okay. The Stars. I'm lost and out of fuel. I'm dead. I could float around in my ship, my company the sound of my beating heart. Instead, I turned to the reason I became a pilot. The stars. I switch on the magnetized floor, reducing my time. It doesn't matter. I stare into the abyss of lights, tiny souls of magic from afar, majestic beasts proximate. The star's energy flows through me. I'm in space, but there is no darkness, only light. Light that is ripping me open and patching me up. I give up fighting and let it consume me. It always wins. I do like that. So we do have one more. That's really going to help. Thank you for stapling it folded. Yeah, that's really going to be good. So in our new Drabbles, which we'll bring in maybe, I think we're planning on sort of once a month, where we'll have a theme that will run over a month. So if you found the Abraka Drabble site, you'll see the new events coming in. You'll be able to submit your Drabbles to them, and then we will do a sort of review show and reveal the most popular Drabbles. Now, you can vote in this by going to the site, click on View Drabbles, and you can like, love, or hate. We put in hate for a reason. Not looking at anyone with sparkly jackets on. So, if you want to get involved or submit your Drabbles, then please do turn around, enter, and then do review them and like and give the votes in at the end of the month. We'll then lock those votes in and we'll be able to see it, but then it will continue on. We're not quite sure what else. Have we got any of the coding in? Oh, that's right, yeah. If you fancy doing it, you can use the site as well. Just get in touch. There's a process where you can register and request host, and it means you can sort of put your own Drabble shows up there and then host them on your own channels if you want, or if you're really that way inclined to you want to do one, then good luck. We'll give you all the help you can if you can get them here. Yes. It's a very low bar. Right, so let's try and see what this one... Oh, got that one. Oh, that ripped. So, oh, you bugger. That's the wrong one. That is the stars. You stapled the wrong one, you muppet. That's by Jesse Cat. Sorry, Jesse Cat. He's not normally that disrespectful to other people's Drabbles.
I'm not the one that told it.
Sorry?
I'm not the one that told it.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Did you double up?
Somebody put a stapler on my desk. What else am I going to do?
Was it you, Simon?
Yeah, I did put it there this morning. Right, here we go. Right. So this one is... Oh, shit. Sorry, excuse my language. The thing that concerns me is the fact that the title is the search. Oh, a search, thank goodness. I just saw the word continues and I thought this better not be a continuation of last year's. The search continues.
Put on the subtle music that you put on, not the last
Okay.
one, but the one before. Yeah.
This is by Commander Skip. No, Shirt Tails. No. Oh, is it Satan? Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? Which, of course, this is a collaborated Drabble from Skip Rat and Lister. Okay. Can you give me a little bit of reverb? Or should I go and grab the other one?
Just a tiny little bit of reverb.
Yeah, just a little bit, just to give it a bit of spacey, science fiction-y effect. So I get the yellow one? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Soul, the spiritual home of the human race. For centuries, men have searched this precious world for the one legend. A dark mystery that spawned millennia and remains unsolved to this very day. The only clue scholars of the ancients have to go on is the small, rusty pink machine, once popular with the young, which sits upon an ancient beach. New technologies have allowed this search to continue, but no confirmed sightings have been verified. Upon the ancient beach, a single rusty data beacon repeats a single simple message. Any information regarding the disappearance and we'll just leave that one right there. There's something very wrong with you two. Some Drabbles cannot be unseen. If anyone wants to see that, you can come up, but if you want to find out, there is a handy phone number. If you're affected by this Drabble, please do send an email. Well, I think we're okay. I think we can safely say that one is not going to win. Are you sure you want to do this, Flossie? There we go. Yeah, you can read that on the way home. So we just, we're just. Yeah. We're gonna leave that one. I think we'll leave that alone. So we're going to have a sort of review over these Drabbles over the rest of the morning, and then we will. Yeah, Skip Rat's here. We will definitely come up with the award, and just before the raffle, we will announce who the winner is, and if they are here, they will be presented with their wonderful prize, which is a Kindle HD, which is good. You really... Okay. Curiosity.
Before I do this, if you haven't had one of my cards, my
Cow.
my health details, do come and find me. Okay? Oh dear God.
So it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. Anyone's welcome to have a look at that. I mean, it should be probably on the news. If I had the ability, I'd be able to sort of hold it up, show it to the camera, but blur out the section so you could read it, but it's not happening. So thank you very much for everyone who put any Drabbles. If there are any other more Drabbles, and you can submit them, I think you can submit them after the show, can you? No.
Yeah. Well, we need to check our code when we go back, but you should be...
Yeah, we're planning on allowing people to, if you see a historical event that you would like to have written a Drabble for, that you can then submit it to them, and they will go up in the gallery. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Strip Team. Hello, Mike. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this afternoon. Next up is going to be, I think, Lave Radio at 2. So they'll be giving us a rundown of their favourite parts of this weekend, anything that you've missed, and then they will allow you to ask as many awkward questions of them as you can. Thank you very much. See you soon.